Hello again, boys and girls. It's Mr. Wassman, and if you have completed this slide, how to prepare for your weather event, then you have completed all of the required text parts of your slideshow, and you're almost ready to get started on the layout and graphics part of the Google Slides project. But before you do, you have to complete one last step, which is citing your resources. Okay, so this page right here shows that a couple examples of some resources you might use, books and websites. Now, for our purposes, since you're a virtual student this year, you were given one book in the last materials exchange, and then you were asked to find further information by using websites. So even though it says 2 books here, we're only going to list one. Now, the book that I used quite a bit when I was doing my initial research was this one, Tsunami, Deadly Wall of Water by Jeff Putnam. So in order to cite that reference, I would write the book title and then the author's name. Now, as you get older, you will be asked to cite books in a more formalized way, which would include publishing data and copyright data and so forth. But for our purposes today, book title and author is enough. And you'll notice that I am writing it exactly the way that the title is written on the book's cover. Make sure it looks exactly the way it's supposed to. Yep. Now, in order to signify or let a reader know that this string of words is a title of a book, the universal sign for that is to underline it. And as you can see, there's an underline tool up in the toolbar. So once you select the words you want to underline, you just click that underlined U, and voila, it's underlined. I think I'm also going to italicize those words just to make them stand out a little bit more. Okay, that's how you would write the reference book that you used in your research. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down some website names. And I actually use 2 primarily. And the easiest way to do this is to actually call up or load the website that you were using. Now, this first one, Weather Whiz Kids, this was very instrumental in my research. But this here is the home page. So what I want to do is actually show the specific page within this website that I did my research from. So I'm going to go to where it talks about natural disasters and click on the tsunami link, and that'll take me to the exact page that I got my information from or started from. It actually had quite a few links. Okay, so up here at the top you see this address, right? weatherwithkids.com/ and then a bunch of gobbledygook. You're going to copy that directly. So you're going to use your cursor, draw it over the address, and I'm going to hit Control-C to copy it. Okay. Now, if you look at the way that it's framed here, it says website name, and then it gives you the @ symbol, and then fake website address. So I'm not just going to drop and paste the website address without telling you what the website is called. Okay, so I'm going to write the words Weather Whiz Kids, then the link within it. Okay, then I'm going to paste that address. Okay. Now, as soon as I hit the Enter button, watch what happens. That web address changes color and is now hyperlinked, meaning that when I look at your slideshow presentation, if I were to take my mouse and to click on that list of letters and numbers and gobbledygook, it will take me to that page, okay? Which is very helpful when verifying your research. Or if anyone wanted to learn more about your subject and wanted to do a little research on their own, they could use that link to do so. Okay. But I also used another website, so I'm going to list one more reference, and that was the National Oceanic Administration's website. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration website, NOAA. Okay, and it gave me a lot of information about tsunamis too. There was some really cool stuff that I looked through on the website. But again, like I did, I'm going to copy the address itself, and I'm going to paste that here after I write the name of the actual website, NOAA, the National Organization of Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Okay, it might be helpful if I write that down too. So when I drop my website address, I'm going to go back. I'm actually going to write this stuff down. I was trying to copy it, but it's not allowing me to do so. Let me go back. Let's try to copy it. No. I'm going to have to write it the old-fashioned way. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. That's okay. I can toggle between tabs and atmospheric administration. There we go. And again, when I hit that enter right behind the train of symbols, letters, and numbers, it hyperlinks that website, so it allows people to go to that site. And I'm going to delete this part right here. And that's pretty much it. Okay, I now have 3 sources cited on my presentation. At the very least, you should list 2 sources of research. When conducting research, you can't do all of your research using just one source because that's a very narrow perspective. So I would encourage you to at least list 2 or more sources, okay? If you got anything new or confirmed information that you already knew from a different source, a different website, please be sure to list it, okay? And that is how you cite your resources. So once you've completed that, you'll be ready to move on to the fun parts. That is the layout and the graphic design of the slides themselves. Okay. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, we will talk again soon. Thank you, friends.